How's it going, you guys? And welcome back to another edition of the podcast. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about ambassadorships in fitness and in the fitness industry. And is it something that can be beneficial for you? Do you want to consider becoming a brand ambassador? And yeah. So to take a little bit of a look into this, we're going to be talking about one company that came up on my radar, Kora Fitness Products or Kora Fitness Apparel. And I took a brief look at their website. There's not really much there with regards to explaining in detail sort of what I would consider to be the fine print. There's a lot of very easy things that they put out there that seem to make sense. And one of which is the discount that you get as after you apply to become an ambassador. You get what they say is 30% off for life. And if you look at the prices of the products, they are selling these products at a premium. I think that these products are probably geared a little bit more towards women, because when I took a look at Kora Fitness's men's apparel, it didn't really seem as if they had much in stock. They had really nice looking items, but just not many to choose from if you wanted to go ahead and order something for yourself. Now, the other thing is that they have a discount code. Now, this is where the ambassadorship or the ambassador sort of benefits come from. And you can create and offer a promo code or a discount code to your friends, to your family, to your followers on social media. I think what they're hoping for is for your followers, because with brand ambassadorships or becoming a brand ambassador, you are promoting their products, their company, and hopefully getting the word out so that they can sell more of what it is that they make. And in return, they have written here on their site that you'll get 5% back off of sales through you. So I'm guessing through using your promo code. Now, I'm not sure if this is 5% off the whole total or 5% off, 5% return off of the grand total, 5% off of the discounted total, because if you're sending them there, then they're getting 15% off. So maybe you're getting slightly less. And then there's other things too that I'm curious about that aren't really written here that I feel are real fine print notes that may be omitted. And it is there a mandatory minimum? Do you have to sell set amount of products or a certain number of products? Because just through a really quick calculation, and forgive my math here, it's a little late, but if you were to sell a pair of $80 leggings, 5% of back from that, I think it was $4. So that would be what you would get. Now, that's nothing to snicker at. I mean, $4 is still $4, but are they going to cut you a check or send you a direct deposit for $4? How does that work? Or is there a minimum? Do you have to reach maybe $100 in sales before they cut you a check or before they send you any funds? These are the things that I think I would like to know, and I think that other people may want to know before embarking on becoming an ambassador. Now, the other thing that they have here, it seems really simple. There's nothing listed on their profile. However, I don't really know if it's in the fine print after you finish the application, but one of the things is that you fill out the application. And the second thing is that you have an item of their clothing. So those are the two requirements that show up on their website that you need. Now, that seems pretty okay to me. I mean, chances are, if you're into fitness, you're going to purchase a pair of leggings or a top, or if you're a guy, you're going to buy some shorts or a tank top anyways. So that's not really breaking the bank. Plus, you're going to get 30% off of the product, and they seem to look pretty nice. I'm not sure of the quality of the material. I'm not sure of where they get these products manufactured. I know that when it comes to clothing in general, depending on where you get it manufactured, and the quality of the materials that you use can really determine their margins. And as a company, they also, a thing to consider is I think they allow you to choose from four nonprofit or charitable donations. So a portion of your purchase can then go towards one of these four donations. And I'll go ahead and take a look at that now because I think that, they are worth noting. They do make the company look very good when they have something like this. So they have posted a water charity, action against hunger charity, child sex trafficking charity, and a mental health charity. So they write on their website, the four dots are reminders of each charity we give back to. These four dots can be found throughout almost all of our clothing. Our hope is that the dots can be a reminder to our customers that becoming a great person is just as important as becoming a great athlete. So that is something that's very nice to include with their product and with their mission. It is Tay and, unless that's their handles, let me go ahead and read their mission statement. It says, "We are the Browns. Our mission is to impact all those who use our product and all those who are impacted by the charitable donations that is made with each purchase. We have found that there is extreme happiness in striving to become your best self each day. Join us on our journey as we grow Kora worldwide." So it's Tay Brown and I'm guessing Sydney Brown. Might be Taylor, or I'm not exactly sure. But from there, you can go ahead and become an ambassador, or if you supply them with your email address, you can get 10% off of maybe your first purchase. And here to become an ambassador, you just give them your email, first name, last name, city, state, Instagram username, how many Instagram followers do you have, and how are you becoming the best version of yourself? Simple little question at the end there. And it says to allow them 24 hours to get in touch with you. So that is Kora and their ambassadorship or ambassador application in a nutshell. Now, becoming a brand ambassador, I think that brand ambassadors is definitely something that had taken shape or I had really begun to take notice of from the end of 2018 and even more so now at the beginning of this year. It seems as if everybody is jumping on board with a brand that they believe in or that they hope to make money with. Now, I think that something like this, 5% commission on everything you sell through your efforts, social media, friends, and family, I think that those things are definitely going to scale depending on your following. If you have maybe under 1,000 followers, you have to bear in mind that there's a small margin of people that are probably purchasing through you or through codes. So the larger your following, the more return you can potentially get. And that's wherein lies my concern with these maybe possible minimums. If someone uses your code and they purchase a top and you're able to get $2, $4 commission, is Kora really going to send you that? I'm curious. I think that it would make sense to me, because it seems as if this ambassadorship is very open and broad. Anybody can be an ambassador, because it's not to be confused with sponsored athletes. A sponsored athlete is something that they seek out. Companies seek out individuals who they feel align with their company, their image, or their mission, or all of the above, and they go ahead and allow this person access to free clothing, free products, and really just try to shape the image of their brand. So becoming an ambassador with Kora is not the same as becoming a sponsored athlete. Now, can it lead to potentially being a sponsored athlete? Maybe. I think that just being on social media in general can lead to becoming a sponsored athlete. But with this, I think that you should go into it knowing that you are selling their product and you are needing to purchase at least one of their products. Now, another thing that isn't really noted is whether or not you need to post regularly in their products. Is there hashtags that you have to use? Do you have to tag them in your posts? I mean, what is it that you are required to do in order to continue to at least keep this 30% discount? Or is it baked into their business model that even if you buy one product, maybe you come back and buy more? Maybe you just love the products and they're banking on you to just post out of the kindness of your heart and the fact that you really enjoy the designs and the materials. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either. We all wear clothes to the gym, I would hope. And if you really enjoy the clothing, what better way of marketing than to have it be just out of your own free will, uncoerced and unincentivized. And I think that probably has the most effective means of reaching more people. So maybe their prices reflect that. Maybe the high price is because they're not really looking to bang these things out like hotcakes. But even then, having an ambassadorship that seems very open like this kind of leads me to believe that it's almost like it has all the telltale signs of like a MLM style program, where if you have a lot of people and you can get a lot of people to use your code, then you can see your return. But in the fine print, maybe you still have to purchase these clothes on a regular basis. Maybe you have to post on a regular basis. And if that's the case, how often? Once a week? Twice? Once a day? These are all questions that aren't really answered with this site. However, Kora seems to be a very fast growing athletic clothing company. And with ambassadors sort of jumping on board, I'm curious as to what some of the answers to these questions are. So to provide a little bit of, I guess, like a sense of reality for those people who are interested in becoming a brand ambassador, whether it's for Kora, whether it's for a supplement company, whomever it may be with, I think that you definitely have to go into it knowing that the amount of work you put in will not necessarily reflect the amount of income you will get. To be a salesman requires a tremendous amount of hustle, a tremendous amount of work, and you may get very little in return. That is just the cold, hard truth. A salesman, I believe, is born. That you can't make somebody a salesman. So you may be able to sell like the average Joe, may be able to sell to their friends, to their family, to a couple of people they know in the gym. But for a person who's looking to make money off of being a brand ambassador, I think it takes a hustler's mentality. You have to look at it like it's a hustle. And they're not promising you, it doesn't show any promise other than that 5% commission. So if you want to make that money, you have to pump this product out there to your followers. You have to sell it to them. And in essence, become a free salesman for this brand. That is what being a brand ambassador, just the bare bones of it is you are a hustler for these brands, and they are giving you 5% commission in return. Not an hourly rate, not a salary, commission off sales. And with no minimums in regards to how many ambassadors there can be for this company, with no minimums or districts or territories for ambassadors with regards to some sales positions in the world. There's certain territories, so you may all be selling the same product, but you can't encroach upon somebody else's area without having something like that. The cream rises to the top. Again, you have to hustle. That something that becomes very popular is probably going to be very hard if you didn't start out early on. That I think people that started out early on, built that fan base or whatever the case may be, they're probably going to have an easy time pushing this product. And for the rest of us out here who look for brands to try to make some extra side cash or whatever, I think that those are the individuals who ultimately make it difficult for those who want to really churn an income out of this. And it's not to discourage looking out and being a brand ambassador. I feel that social media and the fitness industry has shifted a little bit, whereas before it seemed as if it was very unpopular to sell anything to your followers, as if you were like a sellout. And now it doesn't seem as if you're legitimate unless you are selling something. So I've read articles on people who take the fake it till you make it approach and post images with products and as if they're being sponsored or as if they have some kind of deal, but in reality it's all just for show. And again, there's nothing wrong with the hustle. If you're trying to build your audience, if you're trying to work with sort of other individuals in regards to potentially networking, an ambassadorship or networking, a sponsorship, I think that they're all things that are a part of the game right now. But yeah, I guess it's to really just speak on to people that might not know what the meaning or the intent behind being a brand ambassador. You're pretty much a promoter. And being a promoter, if the product does well, you have the potential to do well as well. Well as well. And if you have a hustler's mentality, sky's the limit with any real product that you can push that doesn't seem to have a glass ceiling. I mean, you have to look realistically at the take home here and what you can really pull. That if you just doing a simple, we'll look up one of their products and we'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they're not gonna take a cut off of one of these products. So we'll look at the women's, and I think that leggings are a pretty popular product. We'll look at these seamless leggings, steel blue, $86. And we'll just run a couple quick numbers. $86 times 5%. About $4.30. So we'll look at part-time jobs gross, which would be what? $12 an hour times, we'll just say 4 hours a day, times 5 days a week, times 4 weeks, about $960 gross McDonald's pay. And I already totally forgot what the total was. So 86 times 5%. is $4.30. Go ahead and write this down. For those of you watching, forgive me. I'm tired. And we'll take $12 an hour times 4 hours a day times 5 days a week. And I will do 20 hours. So $4 an hour times 20 hours a week is 80. Times 4 weeks, we'll just say $320 on a part-time job. So you got to sell at least 74 to 75 of these leggings to make $320 gross, to make what you would make working part-time. And to me, if you have a good job and you want to make money on the side, even $320 is a good amount of money to be on the side. Anything really less than $150 is not really worth me selling and using my Instagram platform to push products onto people who follow me. And therein lies, you have to sell 74 of these leggings, and it looks to be like that's their most expensive leggings right there. Oh, well, no, they do have one that's $92. And that's saying that they give you 5% off of that $82 price tag, or $86 price tag. I'm sorry. That's saying that they give you 5% off of that. You get $4.30. If they take 15% off for the person who's using your promo code, and they only give you 5% off of the discounted price, it's going to be even less. So you have to ask yourself, how much money do you really want to realistically make on the side? If you're looking to make just gas money, I think you can probably just use your car and drive Uber or Lyft. If you want to make like any type of substantial passive income that just works off of your social media, I think it would benefit you more to build your audience and build yourself as a brand first than to try to become a brand ambassador for just any company. I think that if you can build yourself, you can build your audience. The potential for finding people who want to sponsor you, you might have those DMs popping up, rather than trying to hunt down an ambassador like type thing. So that's one of my take on it. Nothing against Kora Apparel. It's just the one that came up. I think that this relates to maybe all fitness related products that have an ambassador program. Again, it's really just to promote the product, to promote their brand, and you're using yourself and you're sort of becoming another ad, so to speak, for your followers. And I think that just really begs the question on whether or not you enjoy watching ads. Because if you don't, that's essentially what you're becoming. You're becoming an ad for your followers. And if you want to make money doing that, well, run the numbers. I would suggest everybody run the numbers and see, because just on it. But I can tell you one person is probably not buying 74 a month. So divvy that up. Maybe somebody's buying two a month. So again, maybe it's a little late for math for me. I don't want to take any more time trying to crunch these numbers, but 74, that would be the number to make minimum wage. If you were trying to make ambassadorships your bread and butter. And it depends on if there's conflict of interest too. There's nothing like that written here. So a hustler would look at things, or maybe not a hustler, but the way I look at it is, um, it would be my approach to be an ambassador for a company like this, then find a supplement company and be an ambassador with them. Then find something else like a meal prep service, or, I mean, just really try to encompass your entire life around companies that have ambassador programs. And then you're just selling around the clock. You're saying 15% off for leggings, 10% off for meals, 20% off for pre-workouts, 10% off for protein shakes. So all this stuff then starts to have some turnaround and some return, because, I mean, you have an audience that maybe no one or not everybody wants to buy leggings, but somebody's interested in pre-workout. Somebody's interested in meal prepping service. Somebody's interested in protein powder. So there you really work yourself and use yourself to promote brands and to try to get an income. If you're doing it just because you like the clothing, or just because you like the product, I think that that's a really great thing as well. I mean, 30% off of something that you really enjoy, you might as well. For myself, if I could be a brand ambassador for anybody, probably be Converse, because no matter what, I'm always purchasing those shoes, and I'm always photographed wearing those shoes. I mean, if I could get 30% off Converse for life, I would do it in a heartbeat, even if they didn't offer me any promo codes for anybody else. Just take pictures in our shoes, just do this, do that, and you get a discount. I mean, that alone is, I guess, brand loyalty. So if you have brand loyalty to a product like Kora, then by all means, that 30% off, you might as well, because you're purchasing these products anyways. So that's my take on it. I'd love to know what you guys think. If you guys are brand ambassadors yourselves, feel free to let me know what your experience is like. And yeah, thank you guys for taking the time to listen. As always, you guys can find me on my Instagram. It is at Ramon_Campamore. You can slide in the DMs, ask me any questions, leave any topic suggestions. If you're watching this on YouTube, sure to give it that thumbs up. If you like these podcasts, be sure to subscribe. And as always, till next time, see ya.